I used to struggle with bad habits, cranking my shaft to corn, speaking bad things over myself, and wasting time on social media. And all those bad habits were taking place in my life on almost a day-to-day basis, all because I was missing one thing, and that one thing is self-control. Once you master the art of self-control, you are able to bend life to your will and fulfill your God-given destiny, all because you tame the beast inside of you, which is your mind. I wanted to share a Bible verse that is very true, and whether you're religious or not, it will definitely still apply to you. And that verse is Proverbs 25:28, and it says, "A person without self-control is like a city with broken down walls." To all of my people that are watching this video, I genuinely want to help you because I know what it's like to be in your shoes. I know what it's like to struggle with yourself every single day, and I am still not perfect. But I want to share the advice that I have gathered over the past several years, and if it can help me, it can definitely help you. So how did I fix the broken down walls of my mind? The first crucial step that I took was actively being more self-aware. There's a quote that I made up, and it says, "Once you gain self-awareness, you gain the ability to have self-control. Without awareness, there is no way for you to have self-control." I used to live my life on autopilot, which I think a lot of people nowadays still do. They act upon whatever their body tells them, with no regard to the filter of their mind, whether they want to do those bad habits or not, like jacking off, eating junk food, scrolling endlessly on social media. And since I lived like this on autopilot, I created these horrible habits for myself without even realizing it. And it is very hard to break a habit, especially if you don't know that it is a habit. And everything I just listed, if you're doing it on a day-to-day basis, it is a habit, and it needs to be cut as soon as possible. So how did I start gaining self-awareness? I did it by questioning everything that I did. I started to engage my mind in the actions that I was taking, turning that filter of my mind on. And when I had the urge to do any of those bad habits, I would actually notice it because of my self-awareness. And instead of fighting it, which is what a lot of people do but fail at constantly, I would instead accept it. I would accept that it is here to just hang around. I realized that choice was a direct part of self-control. I had the choice to control if those urges or bad thoughts would negatively affect me and let my mind start racing wild, wanting me to indulge. But awareness coupled with questioning allowed me to control myself and know in my mind that this urge is just here to hang around and then it will come and go. Remember, you have a choice. You do not have to live on autopilot any longer. You don't have to spank your monkey every time you get an urge. A quote I really like to remember, which I even have as my lock screen, is that a mistake made more than once is a choice. Another huge reason that I realized was causing me to act on my bad habits was that I was simply just bored. When I got bored, I had nothing to do, and my mind would just go to whatever would give me the most pleasure without having to put any hard work in. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So that's why I had to start staying busy with my YouTube channel, busy at the gym. And when you have a purpose and you are driven by that purpose, it is very hard for those bad habits to jump in and take place when you have no room for them. So make only room for your purpose. So I had self-awareness and I stayed busy. But if I didn't have this one thing that tied it all together, I would still be struggling till this day, even though I had all these amazing great tools in place. And that one thing is having a sound mind. You can't have a chaotic mind and have self-control at the same time. It just doesn't work, and it sure didn't work for me. If you don't have your thoughts under control, your brain will run wild, make you overthink, not think at all, and could get you into a lot of trouble. And just even understanding that concept put me at peace, and I was able to choose to slow down, relax, and make clear and calculated decisions. The last and maybe one of the most important lessons that I have learned in my life, that I really wanted to leave you with, that if I only had to share one thing, would be if you fail anytime within this process, and you indulge in your bad habits again and start feeling bad about yourself, learn to forgive yourself. Forgiveness is very powerful. If you can learn to forgive yourself, it is much easier to get back on your feet and keep on going. And the devil, your mind, nor your past can hold you back from what you are meant to be. Remember, I'm rooting for you, God's rooting for you, and I'll see you on the other side.